Hello, Jessica. My name is Sean Everett. I'm the website analysis expert over at Zucore Marketing. Thank you so much for talking with Megan. She sent your website over to me for analysis. So here we go. This is your analysis coming up. Now, first off, I'd like to tell you that you have a beautiful website. You truly do. It has a lovely color scheme. It's interactive. It's fun to watch. There's a lot of things that come swooping in, and that's really fun. And that's exactly what it should be, because a site is sort of your, I don't know, your way of getting people to come into your business. It's like inviting somebody into your business and saying, hey, this is who we are. That is exactly what a beautiful website is for. However, it does not get people to your website. Once they get here, they'll be satisfied, but getting them to your website is something else. However, it is also something that is contained within your website. The words inside your website will get people here, or they will not get them here. And that is what I'm going to show you today. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you after I look at a website is I go and I have a paid tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. Now, as you can see, I put Zona Roofing Arizona in here. And this gives me the metrics of your site, how well it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, this is a regular old Google search for Phoenix, Arizona roofers, and nothing special about this one, but it is important for me to talk about Google a little bit, because Google will comprise about 96% of the traffic to your site. That's a huge chunk. And that 96% is going to be pretty much predicated upon where you land in a Google search result. Google has a method for laying out who gets what in a Google search result, who gets to the top, who gets near the bottom. And the way that that is decided is with the Google algorithm. Now, I'm not going to spend much time describing the algorithm. I'm just going to tell you what it's looking for. Now, it's looking for three basic things. Now, the first thing it's looking for is the Google business profile to be filled out. Now, as you can see here, this is what we call the map pack. And these folks have all filled out a Google business profile. And you can tell because some of them actually have, like this is a review from one of their Google reviews that appears on their little listing here. But this is all reserved for folks who have filled out a Google business profile. Now, when you first come to a Google site, you're going to see that there are some paid ones. They just got there by being paid. There's nothing wrong with that. It sometimes can be a good strategy for companies. But it also requires a bit of finesse and expertise to create the ads that Google will accept. Now, below the map pack, you are going to find that there are organic search results. Now, these organic search results are also the result of the Google algorithm. But the algorithm here is not influenced by anything other than what it seeks. And what it seeks is not, for instance, say good workmanship and quality materials. That is not what the Google algorithm is looking for. It is looking for two things here. It's looking for keywords and it's looking for backlinks. And I'm going to explain what those are as we move along here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is select Lions Roofing as your Google competitor. Let me do that now. Click. Here they come. Roofer in Phoenix. Lions Roofing. That's them. They were right at the top of that list, and the reason I chose that is because they did a bunch of things right. They might not have known they did it right, but they did. And that's why they're at the top. Now, I'm going to take your site and I'm going to do something to it. I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste it into this word counter. Here we go. You have 468 words, and I'm going to do the same with Lions. Select all, copy, and then paste, and they have 958 words. Now, I will tell you at this point that the algorithm is actually just a mathematical construct. That means that all it knows is that it wants more and more and more. So 958 definitely beats 468. And that is a shame because you have such a beautiful website. You want people to come and see it. Now, that is one of the reasons that the algorithm places them higher in the search results than it does other people. because they have a higher word count. But all words are not equal at Google, and I'm going to show you the second part of this keyword thing. And that is this. Here is your site again, Zona Arizona Roofer, and my paid tool. And here are your keywords. You have 26 of them. Now, keywords are words that come from your industry, they come from your community, and they also come from an amalgamation of Google searches that bring up these sites in your industry. Now, 26 of them is pretty low, and I'm going to guess that Lions has more than that. Here we go. They have 4,900. Yep, they have a few more than you do. And that actually matters. That matters a lot because all of Google searches are word searches. There are some photo searches now available on Google, but for an Arizona roofer, it would be a word search. And 4.9K is a lot of keywords, but I'm going to show you what their keywords are. Roofing companies Phoenix, roofing companies in Phoenix. You can see there's a lot of variations on a theme. And that is for a reason. The algorithm does not know that there is really no reason to have the word in there. It doesn't know the difference between roofing and roofer. It doesn't know the difference between company and companies. It doesn't speak English. All it knows is it's looking for certain words. Now, replace roof with solar panels, that's something from your industry. How to walk on a tile roof, something else. Gable, a word that I have not used ever, I don't think. And so that means it must be something from your industry. I know what one is, but why would I need to use that word? Pitched roof, free roof repair estimates. Those are the sorts of things that people are Google searching for. And those are the sorts of things that you want to have on your website. Those are the sorts of things that you want to have satisfied on your website. So that is just a sampling of what the keywords are. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about are your backlinks. You have 425 of them, which is a pretty good number, but you should only really have about 200 because that means a bunch of these are spammy. The referring domains is what most people look at, and this number should only be double of that. Now, I'm going to show you what they have. You have 425 backlinks. They have 4,000. And the referring domain 626. But again, that means there's a bunch of spammy ones. They should only have about 1,250. Now, I'm going to show you what their backlinks are. Backlinks are where your site appears on somebody else's site, and there is a link back to you. Backlink. They're on Expedia, MapQuest, Angie's List, Expertise.com, Yellow Pages, so on and so on. All of these sites that you recognize that people actually find roofers on. Now, you want to stay with your backlinks in sites that are rated in the 90s, 80s, and 70s. You don't want to go much lower than that because at that point they begin to become kind of like, what is this, blog5.net? People don't find their Arizona roofers from blog5.net. And how they got on there, who knows? But what you do want is you do want them in the highly rated sites. Now, here is Google's thinking on that. This is a domain rating. This site, Wikipedia, is rated at a 96. Angie's List rated at a 91. They get their rating 0 from 100 because a lot of other sites refer to them. And for Google, it's sort of like the mean girls hanging out at the lockers in high school, at lunchtime. The more they talk about somebody, the more infamous or famous that person becomes. It's exactly the same with links. Google thinks the more that there are links to you, the more important you must be. So that is why links are important. Backlinks are important to Google. And these sites have a lot of links to them, which is why they have such a large rating. Now, you have a rating yourself. Yours is 4, which is pretty usual for a company of your size and for the traffic you want. You don't need a 90 rating, but you do need to be listed on the sites that have a 90 rating. Some of these are going to be as simple as filling out a profile and saying, hey, I need to be listed on your site. Some of them might require payment, like Angie's List. Whatever the case, you want to be on the ones that are highly rated. Now, what this all means when it comes down to it is that last month you had a traffic of 10, meaning there were 10 visitors to your site last month. And that's up 1 from the month before. The month before that you had 9 visitors. This is what Lions had. 4,400. And that is a huge jump. And what that amounts to in money is that they figure Ahrefs does a lot of research into your industry and your area. The value of your 10 clicks was about $38. And this is what the value was to Lions, about $24,600. That is a lot of money to be left lying on the table just because they're up here at the top. Now, I'm going to do something that I want you to think about your own Google experiences. How far down do you scroll before you give up and say, you know what, I've scrolled far enough. I'm sure I can find what I need in these ones or the ones above that. And as I scroll down, I do not find your site, unfortunately. Would you have given up by now? Oh my. Yeah, I'm not finding you, and that is a shame because you do have a beautiful website, and you do deserve to have people go to it. And all of that is because you don't have things in your website that conform to the Google algorithm. It's a very simple thing to change, and something that you would probably rather somebody else do, and you spend your time roofing, which is exactly why I think maybe you could give Megan a call and she could consult with you and lead you through the next steps of this process, because there is money to be made in them thar Googles. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great rest of your day.